I have seen now 3 videos of women who have come on this app to complain about their Mother's Day and their partners and how their partner didn't do anything for Mother's Day. And ironically enough, they're all washing dishes in their videos. I'm like, what is up with the dishwashing on Mother's Day? This happens on this app every single holiday. It'll be someone's birthday, Mother's Day, Christmas. It's literally like clockwork. And at this point, I've lost a lot of empathy and sympathy for the women that come on here and do this, because most of the time they stay and continue to have children. Or when other women in the comments are like, hey, you deserve better, leave that man, they want to argue about leaving, not leaving. And then they turn around and then they say, oh, he's not that bad. I was just upset. I just felt like I deserved a little bit more, but he's really good father or something like that along the lines. And I'm always like, why do you even come on here and do that? Are you just desperate for attention? Why do you bother doing this? Why do you put us in your business if you don't want to hear what people have to say? Why do you come on here and expose that man if you're going to stay with him? It makes no sense to me. No sense. Y'all are so desperate for attention. And when you get it, you get upset. Because then they make follow-up posts pissed off at the people saying to leave and that they deserve better. Isn't that what you wanted? Wasn't that like the purpose of your post? What is the purpose of these posts? They drive me up the wall. Like, I start blocking those people because I'm like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Unless you're about to leave and you need some help leaving, girl, save it. Save it in the drafts. We don't want to see it. Okay? Please. God damn.
Married, I wouldn't want to be married to with the way y'all get up on the internet every day and tell us about your loser bum husbands. Every day it's a story time about how he tried to feed you dog food, or he ate up all the mac and cheese and didn't leave you some but left 2 bites for your pet parakeet to eat, and then get mad at us when we tell you to leave him. But my theory is you've already gone to your families and friends and told them about the situation, and they've told you, drop the zero, get with the hero. And you say, I don't know if that's okay. So you get up on the internet looking for a 3rd, 4th, 5th opinion. Babe, you spend every day in eternal purgatory because you sleep next to the weapon formed against you. But yet we're the problem because we tell you to drop him. I don't get it. What is the sympathy that you're seeking from the internet? And it's almost like it's a humiliation kink at this point, because you know that you should leave him. There's every clear sign that you should leave him, and you're choosing to stay. I get why the girls are choosing to tie their tubes and say fetus deletus at every chance that they get, because why would anybody want to live in a life like that? And normal married people are not posting their marriages every day and night because, one, it gives overcompensation vibes, in my opinion, seems very performative, because just like I take a shit, I'm married. It's nothing special. But then again, those of you that show up with these Super Bowl rings love to talk crazy about how you love that man, even though we all see how much he hates you.
Women, please, for the love of God, stop complaining about your husband on TikTok. We don't care anymore because you don't care. You don't care that he doesn't think about you. You don't care that he puts no effort into you, the household, your family. You don't give a crap. You just want to make a funny little video showing that he went and ordered food and didn't ask you if you wanted any. And you're making a funny, cute little video like, oh, is this normal? No, Brenda, it's not. He doesn't like you. Living with roommates, I wouldn't order food and ask that person, hey, do you want some food? Another woman's husband got invited to a 35-person wedding without her. Never in my life have I heard someone being invited without their spouse unless there was like an extreme circumstance. And then she's like, oh yeah, he's an old coworker. Okay, ma'am, so you're telling me that your husband was invited to a 35-person wedding for an old coworker, but you weren't invited? Like, these are just objectively weird situations where women understand the pattern. When we see these little things, when your husband doesn't even think, oh, let me see if my wife would like some food, that is showing that he's not thinking about you. You are choosing to accept the bare minimum. Stop dragging us into it. We don't want to hear it anymore. I feel like I'm getting collective trauma in being in bad marriages that I'm not in because you guys insist on posting your crappy husbands. Either accept that's who you married and deal with it, go to therapy and work on the problems in privately, or dump him.
So ladies, the people are tired. The internet is tired. The women are tired. They say they are tired of women who come on the internet complaining about their husbands, their boyfriends, showing that these men hate them, showing all the nasty things these men do to them. And when they advise them to walk away, when they advise them to leave these men, they defend the men and they come for the people who are advising them. So now the people are generally tired. They are like, if you're not going to leave that man, it's better you don't come on the internet complaining about him, because if you bring your issues on the internet, we are going to say something about your relationship. Like, we are going to have something to say. If you don't want to hear it, then just keep quiet and suffer in silence, I guess. I don't know what you guys think about this topic. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And yeah, let me not trouble too much in the beginning. Let's get right into the video.
So I run into this video about this girl complaining about not getting proposed to. And I'm like, I know the comment's about to be good. This person says that's 3 years too many. This blob thing says just leave, it works every time. This girl says she waited 10. Damn, she waited 15 years? It seems like people are unsure how long you should wait before you get married or propose to somebody. Now where this gets good is she decides to make a reaction video with said guy.
We're at a little Sonic date. This is Derek, everybody, the boyfriend that I've been dating for 6 years and he still hasn't proposed. Anyways, Derek, and if my mouth is red, I'm drinking a red slushie. But Derek, why haven't you proposed to me yet?
Bro's like, holy fuck, you're really doing this on TikTok. He just doesn't look happy to be there at all.
Just haven't gotten around to it yet.
She's laughing way too hard. I think it's because she's like, see guys, this is what he tells me.
Do you have plans to propose to me?
Yeah, one day, hopefully.
Can we be a little serious? Come on, you're not hangry anymore. You just ate. He's trying to quit chewing, so he's been a little on edge lately because he's trying to give up tobacco and nicotine. So give him a little break.
How is it going to be a surprise if you keep asking me about it every day? Stop asking about it and it will happen.
Okay, I'll try my best to stop asking about it. I'm just really excited for it to happen.
Just stop asking about it.
Just do better, Natalie. Do better.
I ain't gonna cap, he don't look like he want to get married, bro. And she's over here laughing, but I think that's like a defense mechanism to like her sadness, because I think this actually hurts her. I think she's actually sad about this and she's just responding with laughter. It just feels off.
Okay, but really quick, tell everyone why you already feel married to me. I feel this way too.
Stop the cap.
If you really feel like you were married, you wouldn't have been bugging this man.
We share a bank account. We're on the same phone plan. Have a house together. Own companies together.
Multiple businesses.
What more do you want from me?
Wait, and for those of you who don't know me, I race professionally in NASCAR. And we met racing, like short track racing locally. And he quit racing to come help me find sponsorship so I can pursue my dream. Like, that's better than a ring. But I still want the ring.
Plus the dogs are in my name, so I know she ain't going nowhere.
All right,
Everything out his mouth is a red flag. Let me go see these comments. Everybody is on here warning her, saying, bro, he don't want to do it. All of these got 10K likes. Girl, you got all of TikTok. His tone is a red flag. This is going to be a messy breakup. This person says, I don't think this was the video that you wanted it to be. I don't think so either. Which is crazy because she saw these comments and she made one more video.
So many of you hate my boyfriend right now, and it hurts my heart because you don't know him at all. And he's seriously the best person in this whole freaking
Bro was like, oh my God, TikTok is on to me.
heart because you don't know him at all. And he's seriously the best person in this whole freaking world. He's my best friend. My only friend. But you're my best friend. And my lover.
I will be better at not trying to be joking all the time, and especially about serious stuff like this.
Yeah, he was totally joking in the video of us when I asked him if he's ever gonna propose to me. And you guys just don't know him and don't know how he jokes around.
I am gonna propose to this girl. You are my one and only.
I was gonna say, look at, we're responding to, he just is waiting to meet the right one. So that's what we're responding to.
I met the right one. I knew since day one. And I will propose to you.
When you first saw me when I was 14 and you were 18, is that when you knew?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm just kidding. We didn't start dating until I was 18, okay?
Bro is over here like, if you tell them one more thing, what else you want to tell them? What else you want to tell them?
We are such a great team. We work together. We're with each other 24/7. We love each other so much. We work hard together. And
who are you trying to prove this to?
And I was the one that said 2 years ago when marriage got brought up, when we first really moved in together, maybe that was 4 years ago, it got brought up. And I told him 2 years, and that 2-year mark was coming up, and I said 2 more years. And why I said that, and we're on that year now, so it better happen this year. Why I said that is because I was really focusing on my career. Or I hate saying my career, because even though I'm the one racing in NASCAR right now, it's our career. You know what I mean? We're a team. Yeah.
The checks get written out to Natalie Decker.
Bro's entire body language is just sus. It's like someone's in the back of the car with a gun on his head or something. Every time she's like, right, we do this, right? He's just like,
but you still get to spend the money. I'm his sugar mama. I'm just kidding. He finds the big money. NASCAR is expensive, and he finds the big money, but then we have to spend it right away. Digger. I like that. That should be your title in your Instagram bio.
Might have to change it.
So is the ring gonna come this year?
The ring will come.
Do you get annoyed when I ask you about it?
Slightly.
But he gets...
Only because...
Yeah, he told me why.
You were the one that kept telling me to wait. I've been...
ready since day one.
I had the ring bought at one point, and then I had to pay for some of the NASCAR stuff. It's a long story.
Do you want to hear the ring story? He did have my ring, but then we were short money on a NASCAR race, and he had to sell the ring.
he sold y'all a wedding ring for a NASCAR race? I don't know about that, bro. That's a good excuse. It's so funny because she'd be like, come on, tell him. Tell TikTok what you told me. And then she just starts laughing, but it's not funny. These red flags is not funny.
Do you want to hear that story?
Short of she deserves a ring on, is it this finger?
Yeah, it's this finger.
On this finger.
You've been waiting to get married since day one, but you are unsure which finger to put it on? This whole thing just feels so satire, but it's not.
This finger.
On this finger. We've never been in a rush to get married because signing a piece of paper isn't going to change our relationship.
Very
Short
true.
of she wants to show off some days a very glamorous ring and some days just a simple gold band.
You know me so well.
Y'all, I'm off this. What y'all think about this?
I'm not going to lie, I felt secondhand embarrassment watching that. Like, if a man loves you, you don't have to be on the internet trying to prove that he loves you. Like, you are the one trying to prove how much he loves you. That man is just laid back and you're doing all the talking, you know, you're doing all the convincing of how much he loves you, how he's a good man, you know, how he does all these things for you and he's actually going to marry you. Why is he so laid back while you're doing all the talking, you're doing all the convincing? Like, girl, that's already a red flag. And I'm not going to lie, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, where is your self-worth, girl? You didn't feel embarrassed posting that? Like, I would never post such a thing. I don't know, like, I would be so embarrassed to post myself with a man, you know, giving me that kind of energy. And, you know, I'm the one doing all that talking. I'm the one proving how much he loves me. Oh, God. I never want to reach to that point. I never want to reach to that point.
You need to understand something. When you see the videos of the women with the really shitty partners and they post the videos and then they get mad at the comments, right? And they defend the man and they're like, you don't even know my relationship. You don't even know him. Why are you saying all these things? What you don't understand about them is there's a cultural difference between that woman and you. That woman comes from a culture where they complain about the men and then all of the other girls, all the other ladies are like, ha ha, yeah, like, aren't they so stupid and annoying and gross? Ha 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 ha. And that's it. That's it. They don't hear you should leave. This is really shitty behavior. He shouldn't do that. You should leave. They don't hear that. No, they weren't expecting you to say that. They really weren't. They were expecting you to say, haha, mine's annoying too, girl. Like, I get it. There's a disconnect there.
I am honestly so sick of women who come on the internet to give us an example of an instance where their significant others or their men, usually their men, treated them bad, or just a rundown of how bad their men are. And then when the internet reacts, when we react as, you know, rightfully to the horrors that this man is putting you through, they come back on here and they're like, you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know what our relationship is like. You don't even know what it's like. You guys are just talking from a little clip that I mentioned. And I'm always so confused. Like, why did you fucking tell us then? No one asked you. You brought yourself on God's given internet to come tell us about your tales of woe. People are like, leave him, dump him, your man is trash, this, that. And then you come and tell us we should mind our business. That thing always irritates me, because shut up, suffer in silence, do not come tell us. And then
you see this thing on social media where a woman comes to say something mean or something terrible her husband has done to her, and then she starts crying, she starts coming on the internet, she starts coming to, you know, tell us what the husband did. What I want you guys to stop doing is entering inside that comment section to be saying things like, oh, leave him, you don't deserve him, your husband is a this, your husband is a that. I want you guys to stop that in 2026. When a woman comes out to tell us all of these things, you must know, hold your ear. You must know and understand that she doesn't want to leave the marriage and she doesn't want to divorce him. You see, within the circle of married women, these things are like a kind of running joke for them. Yes, if you are not married, you do not understand the average married woman joke, like the average married man joke. These two people, what they normally joke about is how bad their spouses are. That is their humor. You don't understand. When you see married women gather together, the average married woman, this cuts across continents, white or black or Nigerian or, when married women come together, they tell these mean things that their husbands do to them and they laugh about it. Yes, they are not living the marriage. They become and crack it like, you know, my husband ate all the spaghetti. Don't I say, you know this your husband is very wicked. That is their sense of humor. The same thing you also see with married men. When you see the average married man gather together, they tell mean wife jokes. My wife is this, my wife. They laugh at their spouses. So when they come and they tell us all of these things and say, oh, my husband ate all the chicken I kept, he did not leave. What they want you to do is to come and tell the one that your own husband did to you too. Then you people will laugh in the comment section. That's what is happening. So anytime you come and say divorce, it's like you that you're writing divorcing. He doesn't deserve you. It's like your own head is not correct. Your head is not correct. Because this is a normal thing. Don't you get it? It's normal. So they love being married. It's not necessarily about the man. Let me explain. Married women love being married. They love their family. They love what they have built if they have children. It's not as if they love the man himself as a man. They love the marriage. I don't know if that makes sense. So she loves her marriage. Okay? She is just coming to tell us the thing that the husband has done. Do you understand? And she expects us to, you know, be light-hearted about it. Even if she's crying. Yes. Even if she's crying. Even if there's kata coming out from her nose. And she's saying, look at what it... What you should do, enter the comment section and be laughing. That's what you are expected to do. When they send all these videos, they say, oh, see, my husband, he did not care for the children, he left the house dirty. You will now enter the comment section. You will now be laughing there. You don't understand the joke. It's a hidden. You enter the comment section. You will now be laughing there. You'll be laughing. Ha 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 ha. This is funny. This is funny. Your husband there. He's something else. See what he did. So if you're not around, he will not take care of the house. Ha ha ha. This man. What would they do without us? What would they do without us? Chai. That is what you are supposed to be doing in the comment section. Not to come there and you fly and you say, divorcing. You think it's easy? Do you think it is easy to be married? It's not easy, okay? So, women, please be careful. In 2026, even if he's crying and rolling on the floor, don't go there and go there and laugh. It's a joke. If you like, believe me. If you like.
Day 5 of silence in this household because I bought my fiance an Xbox for Christmas and this is what he got me. So I think you might expect to open the comments section and see people going to bat for this lady. Like, I anticipated comments like, girl, you need to get out of there, or people sharing their experiences. Like, girl, you know what? I was in a similar situation with my husband and now we're divorced and I'm so much happier. Like, that's usually what you see. But I opened the comments section and it is nastier than Cher's panties after a One Direction concert. Girl, leave us out of it. We're tired. Someone tagged me in the, guys, he's not actually that bad follow-up post. Somebody else said, okay, then just return the Xbox. You have free will. Another one said, my sister, if you're not gonna do anything about it, don't bring it to us. I know you're gonna stay, so I don't want to hear it. Like, oh my god. I was not expecting this reaction. You people are ruthless. I think it's hilarious that there are like 22-year-old women with TikTok accounts and Tiffany New York Pollard profile accounts who are this tired.
The Butter Dish girl is revolutionary. Nothing about her content, but mainly the reaction to her. Because there's a lot of comments where people are not being very sympathetic. Like, people don't really care about the fact that that man got you a butter dish. And this is the fact that I literally saw a woman saying, you got a butter dish because you're a butter dish girl. You're a butter dish girl. And I think it's really reflecting a change in the way that we talk about women who are still centering men, who are still involving themselves with men, who are still, placating to the feelings of men all the time. We don't care. Like, our patience for it, the amount of sympathy and time that we have to just like accommodate and always tell you, no, you're a girl boss, no, you deserve better. Like, no one cares anymore. You know what I mean? Because in the year of our Lord, is having a boyfriend embarrassing, where everyone's decentering men and nobody wants to be involving men in their lives, and women are waking up to how much better your life will be if you're not like constantly seeking approval from men. A part of ditching men is also going to be ditching women who are still with men. No one cares. You got a butter dish. And I think people are also acknowledging just how much, like, if you're a butter dish girl, like, that man has butter dished you so many times in that relationship and you still stayed. You're married, for God's sake, you know? And so I think that there's more of this understanding of, like, butter dish girls know they're butter dish girls and they keep themselves in butter dish scenarios. And no one really cares to, like, help you or, like, you know, save you from yourself anymore. And I think that that's going to be one of the most productive things we can do for ourselves as women, like ditching this whole girl mentality and being like, no, we're going to hold girls accountable to like the life experiences that they're having. This is going to be genuinely revolutionary.
If you're not going to leave your boyfriend, don't post him. If you are posting your husband, boyfriend, significant annoyance with the intention of showing the internet how miserable you are, and then you're going to say, no, I will not leave them, just don't post them. And I understand if you are taking time to leave them because you need to formulate an exit plan, especially if you live together. But if you have zero intention of leaving them, do not post them. We don't want to hear about it. I am sick of hearing about it, which is why every time I see one of those and I see the follow-up video where they're just kind of like, he's actually such a wonderful guy, I just block them. Because I have no sympathy, especially as a victim of that kind of family dynamic where every single person was telling my mother to leave and she straight up said no, even when he put his hands on her kids. I have zero sympathy for you, especially if you have kids in that dynamic. And yes, I understand all the DV statistics and how scary it is to leave and how dangerous it is to leave, which is why I'm saying if you do not want out of that situation, if you think it is a perfectly okay situation to be in and you are defending him to everyone, don't post it. We don't want to see your delusion. Be miserable in silence.
I just watched this video, right, where this lady gonna show us a video of a burger and it wasn't cooked, and she said, yeah, my husband had an attitude because I asked him to make me something to eat. Mind you, I'm 6 months pregnant. This is what she said. And then it was like literally basically raw in the middle. So if you don't know, you cannot be eating raw food. You can't eat raw food, period. But specifically when you're pregnant, you should not be eating no raw food, no raw food consumption. This is why you don't do sushi, fish, stuff. Like just certain things. Lunch meat, you can't do certain things. So, of course, the girl makes a follow-up video defending her husband. And I have some actual thoughts. So my thoughts are, why are you guys showing us how terrible your man treats you to gain some type of, I don't know, sympathy or something from people on the internet? I don't know what you're trying to gain from that. And then when people say that your person is trash or they treat you trash or what their behavior is exuding is trash behavior, then you get mad and you want to cuss out the internet trying to over-explain yourself to say, you don't know him, you don't know how he is, he's a good man to me. But why would he ever give you like a raw burger? Even if he had attitude, like he could have just went to In-N-Out or he could have went to McDonald's or whatever. He could have went anywhere and just bought you food and then just gave it to you and like, hush. But for him to sit here and make the food, make the sandwich, give it to you and it's raw, And I've seen stuff like that before. Like, oh, my man said I had to jump through hoops. I had to get 10 million likes just so he can get me a Chanel bag. Now, granted, I'm not a big person over name brands and stuff like that. Like, I don't care about that. Like, that's not really me. But do you not see the problem here? And then when people sit here and say, oh, they shouldn't treat you like that. Oh, this is weird behavior. Then you get mad and you cuss out the internet. If your partner is trash, does these things to you that are trash, then maybe you shouldn't put those, if you're not going to leave them, which we know you're not, you shouldn't put those on the internet. Just shouldn't. Don't tell us anything, us as in the internet, as in the entire world, because everyone's going to have an opinion on it, and you're not going to leave them at all. Just like when women sit here and create fake profiles, or they try to ask their friends to help to see if the man was cheating. No woman who has done that in the history of doing that has left that man. They stay. Because they want to stay. Like, you just want to know the answer to the question that we all already know the answer to. I don't know. It just seemed a little...
I think women post about how shitty their boyfriend and their husbands are because they expect the internet to punish their boyfriend or husband because they're not prepared to punish their boyfriend or husband. So it's like a humiliation thing. They're trying to humiliate the boyfriend or the husband, but in turn they end up humiliating themselves because, girl, you're the one who chooses to be with a man like that. So it's a way of being petty and retaliating, obviously in a way that is not productive or constructive at all. And it doesn't make the husband look bad. It makes the woman who's posting it look bad. So I think that they want to punish him, and then they want like sympathy for whatever their husband put them through. And they want to go to their husband and be like, see, the whole internet thinks you're shitty. See, everyone thinks I can do better. But it's like, girl, that's not what usually happens, is it? We're kind of just looking at you like, why are you choosing this man? Why are you choosing to stay with this man? So when that response isn't what happens, then they have to get defensive and they have to defend themselves to defend their choices. So if you find yourself wanting to do that, it's always going to backfire on you if you are not prepared to leave. Because I think that, oh, poor you, oh, poor thing, in a lot of these women that are in this situation, sets a really bad precedent and a really bad example for the kind of behavior that we should be tolerating, the kind of behavior that we should not be tolerating as women. So if you want to come to the internet and post about how shitty your boyfriend or husband is, you need to be prepared to leave that man if you want sympathy, because otherwise you're not going to get any.
I, for one, I genuinely believe that when women make these videos, it's because they are looking for reassurance, but they don't want you to tell them to walk away. They don't want you to tell them to leave. Like, that shouldn't be an option. What they want, however, is people who can relate to them. They want to see comments of people who are like, oh, my husband does that too. Like, they want to feel like it's normal, I guess. I don't know, but that's what I think. They want to feel like it's normal, and there are other women who are going through this, maybe get a solution for it. They are expecting to find, a recipe that can turn everything around. Most of them cannot fathom the idea of living because they believe that living will mean that they have accepted defeat. They have accepted defeat at the challenge, and the challenge is to get that man to change for her. I think that's how we are conditioned when you're a woman who was raised in a patriarchal society. We are conditioned to believe that our role as women is to make men change into a better man on top of serving a man. We are conditioned to believe that every man has a good man inside of him. It just takes the right woman, It just takes you being the right woman for him to become better, for that good side to come out. It takes your effort to bring it out, and if he doesn't change for the better, it means you are not woman enough. You weren't woman enough. And sadly, that's the reality of most women. Most of them are treating their men as though they are projects. They are treating them as though they are projects that they have to work on to bring out that good side, that good man out of them, to make him do right and act better. And to them, living means that they didn't do their job well. It means that they have given up, they have accepted to be defeated. They ain't woman enough. And it opens up the chance of another woman to come in and do what she couldn't. And most women don't like the idea of that. They would rather stay and, try to make him change. They would rather stay and do everything to convince herself that she can change that man. So, of course, they'll continue to complain. They'll continue to look for any sort of advice, any sort of, tips and tricks on how to get that man to act right. But they are not leaving that man. They are not leaving that man no matter what. And I'm not going to lie, for one, I actually empathize with those women, because I feel like that is society conditioning. Like, that is what the patriarchy has instilled in us. We think that a woman is supposed to build her man. A woman is supposed to make her man better. If your man is not acting right, check yourself as a woman. Like, there is that pressure that people put on women, and if the man is, misbehaving, they always look at the woman. You notice that when a man doesn't dress nicely, maybe he has poor hygiene, all these weird things, whom are they going to blame? The woman, the wife, because it is your role as a woman to make this grown man act better, to teach him how to be a man, to teach him how to be responsible, to teach him how to take care of himself. Like, society is always going to put the blame on the woman. But also, I feel like it's an ego thing. Like, I feel like most women stay because they want to be able to say that I was the one that was able to change that man. Let's say a man has a history of being a serial cheater. She thinks she is the one that is going to change him. He is going to change for her. She wants to be able to say, you see that man right there? He was, a cheater. He couldn't settle down. But for some reason, I was able to make him settle down. I was able to make him change. Like, I feel like it's kind of an ego thing at some extent. The ego is also at play. Like, most women have that ego. They want to be the ones to build a man. They want to say that they were the ones that changed the man, They want to be able to say that I had what it takes to change that man. I cooked right, I cleaned right, I, effed right. Like, they just want to be able to brag on that. A lot of women are in these marriages because they are working hard. They are putting in all the effort so they can get that trophy, so they can, make that man better, so they can change that man. Baby, you can't change a man. Let me just say this. You cannot change a man. A man is only going to change if he wants to change, not because of you. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you cook and clean. It doesn't matter which styles you do. If that man doesn't want to change, he is not going to change. You are only going to waste your time. And in the end, you're going to feel resentful because you've wasted your time and energy trying to change a man who is not willing to change for you.
So everybody's talking about how Sunday Mother's Day was dominated by all these posts about men who aren't doing the right thing. A bunch of women went viral talking about how their man never does anything for them. And I'm so proud because most women are asking, well, what do you want us to do about it? What is the point of posting this? We know you're not going to leave this man. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Women who are posting like this only have one of three goals. The first goal is they want to know what the secret sauce is. They're saying, hey, did you have a horrible man like this? How did you turn him into a good man? Because they genuinely believe this is a universal experience. All women are going through this. And they're like, I see good men. They must have been horrible men at some point. How did you turn them into a good man? What can I say? They come for advice. What do I say? What do I do? How can I act to make him be a good and loving person towards me? Number two, they want to farm your energy. They know that you're going to say, oh my God, Queen, you deserve so much more. You deserve to be celebrated. We'll celebrate you. And they are looking for some kind of emotional or even financial support. Whatever you got, you're going to build her up. You're going to tell her she's worth everything so she can go running right back to him and say, God, I feel so refreshed. You didn't pour into me, but I got the ladies on the internet to do it. So now I feel that much stronger to endure your mistreatment for another year. And you can always tell this type because they'll say, thank you so much for all the support, but I'm not leaving my man. He's a good man. Y'all don't understand us. You don't understand our love. And the third type is literally looking for an advantage. They want to leverage whatever it is you say about their man into getting an advantage over him. For example, they make the post to publicly shame the man, and then they go back to him and they say, the whole internet's talking about you. Everyone says you should get me a Mother's Day gift. And then he is ashamed because 1 million people have called him out, and she gets what she wants. She gets the internet to do her dirty work for her. It's not her calling him out, it's everybody else. After all, she defended him. She said they have a wonderful marriage and he's such a good man, Savannah, and we don't understand their love, but we're all fussing and shaming at him. So she redirects our rage towards him. It's really her rage, but she got us to do the dirty work. While I think these posts are very valuable as a tool to teach young women how to vet and what to avoid so they don't end up in these toxic situations, we have to stop engaging with them. And I know I engage with them. But I'm going to start doing it from a deconstructive point of view so we can stop falling into these tropes. This woman is a prime example. Her video on how her husband ruined her Mother's Day, where she was crying in her car, went viral. I posted the video yesterday. I stitched it, and she has since removed the video. In her follow-up, she talks about how bad it made him feel, because he's clearly gaslighting and manipulating her. But I think part of the reason she took it down is because it didn't do its job, because he's still not getting her gift. This woman gave him the easiest layup on earth. You know, he saw her being upset after she posted, and she shows him. The post went viral. Do you see what happened there? She shows him the viral post and says, everybody says you should be, getting me a gift. Everybody's criticizing you. It did part of its job. He did get upset because these men never want to be called out on their trash behavior on the world stage, but it didn't do the job of getting him to the final point. He still didn't do anything for her, and he didn't feel bad enough to change his behavior. He was just embarrassed he got exposed. And then I suppose he was angry at her for exposing him. So now, there's a lot of turmoil. As she said, I don't want to call it an argument, but it went on for several hours and both of our feelings were hurt and we both cried. That sounds like an argument to me. I actually found her follow-up video fascinating. It was a textbook taste of what I'm talking about here, because she says all the comments were supportive. Apparently she wasn't looking for support because she took the video down. All the women were commiserating with her. She didn't want sympathy. She didn't want commiseration. She wanted a combination of the secret sauce and to direct our rage at the man to make him do the thing, to make him get the gift. He neither got the gift, nor did she receive the secret sauce, the magic formula to turn him into what she wanted. Even though she asked for next to nothing, she literally told the man, I just want you to celebrate Mother's Day sometimes. She said, you literally don't have to do it every year. I just want to know the option is there because you never celebrate it right now. So can we sometimes do this? And, he offered some consideration in the future. But to me, if he intended to do it, he would have started now. Did he get you anything this year? Still no. And I also thought it was interesting that she said, oh, he doesn't believe in Hallmark holidays, and then 2 seconds later says he doesn't celebrate her birthday either. Your birthday's not a Hallmark holiday, ma'am.
It's not really a good day to be a wife complaining about your husband, because the internet's so tired. They're just like, are you going to leave him or not? And they just be like, well, actually, I'm not. Okay, then shut up. And they mean it. And at some point, it's just like, you complaining about this man. And what?
So this is the birthday gift that I bought for my husband 2 months ago. Here it is, his precious car that he's literally wanted for years. Which, by the way, I was going to use all this money to pay off my student loans, but I decided to do something nice for him. I bet you guys are thinking, oh, I'm sure he got you something just as nice, right? He bought me a fucking remote. And I don't even watch TV, and he knows that. I like to read. All I asked for my birthday was a series of books that I've been really wanting. And he got me a remote. You know why he got me a remote? Because last week, his favorite football team lost a game. What did he do? He broke the remote. So he thought he was doing me a favor by buying us a new remote for a TV that I don't even use. Yeah. So now he's sitting there wondering, why are you upset? Why am I upset? It's probably because you got this for your birthday. And I got a stupid ass remote when all I wanted was a couple of books. And that's literally it. That's all I asked for. He got a car. I got a remote. Happy birthday to me, guys. Happy birthday. Also, he's out at the bar with his friends on my birthday. So I don't even think he's going to try to make it up to me. He didn't plan anything. Yay, I love being married.
And to the girl that posted the raw burger that her husband made her while she's 6 months pregnant because he was being petty and was mad at her. and he sat there and cooked you a raw burger and served it to you, put ketchup and all that on it, you're an idiot. Because in what world would this be okay? You're pregnant. Even if you weren't pregnant, this man tried to kill you, girl. Like, what? And then she's saying, oh, I don't want to hear no opinions from anybody unless you're married. And there's married women telling her, like, he was wrong. And she's still defending the man. Y'all need to stop coming to the internet and telling us how terrible y'all husbands are if y'all not gonna fucking leave. Because any grown man that will sit there and undercook any type of food and serve it to their pregnant wife, trying to be petty, needs to go to hell. Immediately. He does not care about you or your baby, to be honest. Because why would you even put her at risk? And she's like, oh, I just had a feeling, so I cut the burger in half. So he probably not the first time that he's done this. If you already thinking like, let me cut the burger just in case. And you're trying to convince us that it's never happened before, that he was just being petty, trying to downplay and backtrack. And it's like, no, it's a little too late, girl. We already know your tea. Because you told us, and now you got a whole bunch of strangers telling you about your relationship. You should have never said nothing. You should have just sat there and ate your fucking food. Actually, you should not ate your food because your husband was trying to kill you. The fuck? Also, in this whole thing that only married women can enter the chat and tell you anything, truly, please, get a grip. Because you're married to someone that fucking hates you. And you literally said you have nowhere to go, nowhere to leave. You have kids by this man. You're stuck with that man. Okay? So what are you flexing? You're married and you're miserable.
And the women that get on here and show us how incompetent, very inconsiderate, extremely selfish as fuck, and lazy as hell their husbands be. And then y'all just get on here and show us, and then we tell y'all to divorce them. Y'all genuinely believe that that's not divorce worthy. I don't be giving a fuck about your sorrows. I don't know if y'all be doing this shit for views. You be wanting attention. So want attention, or y'all just want us to see the type of man that y'all marry. I literally don't know what be the end all be all as to why y'all show us, expose to us how stupid your partner be. And it genuinely, y'all really be mad at us because we be like, divorce him. Like, why choose to put up with somebody like that? And y'all legitimately believe that that is not divorce worthy. Because in y'all eyes, what is more divorce worthy is extreme cases. Like them cheating, them getting somebody pregnant, them having outside babies. But y'all don't think about the small shit that actually leads up to the extreme shit. Him choosing to put the whole pot and stove in your refrigerator is small shit that would then turn into huge shit. Because if he's purposely being incompetent about putting the food away, and everybody know you put the food away by putting it in Tupperware and then organize it in the refrigerator, if he cannot do that, I'm knowing for a fact when you ask him to go grocery shopping, matter of fact, you don't even ask him to do the grocery shop because you know he's going to bring back apricots, celery, and fucking potatoes instead of bringing home a pot roast like you asked. They be out here two-faced, literally talking shit about y'all behind y'all back, and y'all don't feel like that's divorce worthy. They be at work, be having full-on work wives. You don't think that's divorce worthy. They be inconsiderate as fuck. And what I mean inconsiderate, I just watched a woman show us. She did a stitch. A woman was like, what do y'all mean about marriage being hard? And the stitch was her showing us 2 small chunks of mac and cheese. Mind y'all, the pan was full to the brim, and all she asked for him to do was not eat the whole thing, and he left 2 fucking scrapes of mac and cheese in there. Everybody's telling her that's divorce worthy because he's being extremely inconsiderate, and she's just hee-heeing and cackling in the fucking comments talking about this ain't, everybody don't need to be divorced, we can work this out. How can you work out somebody legitimately wanting you to starve? Legitimately eating up all the motherfucking food, knowing for a fucking fact you're finna take your ass in there in a mommy mode because you are being his mother, and you're gonna recook every fucking thing, and he ain't gonna do shit but sit on his fat, lazy, blabber ass and eat that shit the fuck up again. Y'all don't set no boundaries. Y'all don't be saying that these men don't fucking respect you. They don't be respecting y'all. And then you wonder why for 20 fucking years you have never got a Valentine's Day gift. The Valentine's Day gifts stopped once he said I do. And y'all don't be recognizing how these small banters be leading up to extreme cases. I don't see how y'all don't see that.
I don't know if y'all want to feel special and unique for staying with very slow, wide hip, bow-legged bitches. I don't know what that be about, but I promise you, you are not better than the next bitch because you want to choose to stay picked. You want to flaunt off that weak ass ring that's still on layaway for 15 years. Nobody give a fuck. And I hate to even be that way, but y'all legitimately make people that way. Y'all really just be wanting people to hear y'all complain. And nobody has time for that shit no more. Nobody. Nobody want to sit up here and listen to how you sat up here and let this man treat you like dog fucking shit. You went on vacation for 3 days, and literally within those 3 days, that man made that house look like dog shit. He didn't clean up behind himself, food left in the fucking sink, trash all over the fucking floor, piss all on the toilet. Like his ass living in a fucking trap house. Like his mama didn't teach him no fuck better. But you know the reason why he's doing that? Because he know when you get home, you ain't gonna do shit but complain and still clean that shit the fuck up. Stop showing us how fucking stupid not only y'all husbands be, but y'all absolutely be enabling that shit. And I'm coming to the pattern that I'm not just blaming him. I think you are also stupid too. I think that you are also inconsiderate as fuck as well. And while I say this, because he will be inconsiderate towards you, and y'all will also put this type of shit on y'all kids. And then expect your kids to be grateful for the behavior that you are projecting onto them because you won't stand up for your fucking self. I beg.
Parents, please teach your daughters that following a man through hell and condemnation is not love. Standing by his side while he drags her down through years of embarrassment, disrespect, and cheating that makes her question her worth is not love. Abandoning your dignity and lowering your standard and self-respect to keep the peace is not love. Unlearn that foolishness, because a man who truly loves you would never put himself in a position to lose or hurt you. Point blank, period.
And I also agree with the ladies who are saying that these women complain because they want to use your rage. They want to use your rage as the viewer to, I don't know, manipulate the man into doing better, into becoming a better man, into doing what she wants him to do. I feel like they want the internet to bully that man into acting better, but they don't want to make it obvious that that is what they want. That's why they come back, they come back with a follow-up video and they're like, you guys don't know him like that. He's actually a good person. Don't judge off of a 1-minute video. Like, he loves me. He takes care of me. He's a good man. He is a good man, trying to justify as though they weren't the ones who brought their issues on the internet and told us that this man doesn't treat them right. I think they want to be able to show the man all the comments of the people coming at him and, telling her to leave him and, she deserves better. They want to be able to show him that so that he knows what other people think of him, so that he knows that even the people on the internet think that, he's a loser, basically. He is not a good man, but for some reason, she even went ahead to defend him, She told them that he's a good man. She came to his defense. I feel like it's kind of being manipulative in some sort of way because you are making the people do the dirty work for you, You are making them call that man out for you because you don't have the guts to actually stand up to that man. You don't want to leave. You just want the people to make him to act right. And I understand, guys. I understand sometimes it's hard to walk away from these situations. I am one person who doesn't like victim blaming because I know it can be hard to walk away from toxic relationships, toxic marriages. Like, it can be so hard. But I feel like you have to get to a point. Like, you really have to get to a point. You're not going to continue complaining day in, day out. It's like having a friend who has an abusive ex, an ex who is always beating her. And each time you advise her, she's like, okay, I'm not going to go back to him. Next thing you know, they are back together. He hits her again. She comes back to you, cries to you, tells you this man, beats her up. You still advise her. You tell her he's not good for her. She deserves better. Walk away and all that stuff. Next thing you know, she's back to him. Like, I feel like at some point you're going to get I don't want to say this, but the truth is that at some point you're going to get fed up. You are going to get fed up, and you might reach a point where you no longer entertain her because you know no matter how much you talk, no matter how much you advise her, it's like your advice is falling on deaf ears. She is still going to go back to that man. She is still going to tolerate, him beating her. She is still going to try and work on that relationship after you making it clear to her that that man is not good for her. You've probably spent hours and hours advising, pouring into her, affirming her, reassuring her, and she still doubles back. She still does the same thing. I think people don't realize that it is not only draining to you, but it is also draining to the person. It is draining to the person who keeps on advising you, the person you keep running to. Like, it has an emotional toll on them as well. If you're always coming to me and you're trauma dumping on me, you're telling me all these, things that you're going through, and I'm always advising you and you never take the advice, but you keep on coming back to take more, you are draining me emotionally. I'm not going to lie. It gets to a point, I feel like it has to get to a point where you as a person, you sit down with yourself and you make a decision. You make a decision as you, because it doesn't matter how much people advise you. It doesn't matter how much people tell you to walk away. If you don't want to do it, you are not going to do it anyways. You already know the answer. You already know what you're going to do. So sit down with yourself, introspect, look within and think, are you going to walk away or you're still willing to stay? If you know that you're not going to leave that man, I think it's better you don't bring your issues, to the public, because people are going to eat you up, People are going to eat you up when you're always complaining, and yet at the end of the day, you don't leave. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I would love to hear your thoughts about this topic in the comment section below. Like, do you think it's valid for people to say that these women should stop sharing their, experiences if they know that they are not going to leave? Or you feel like we should give them more grace, we should be more empathetic. We shouldn't, judge them so fast. Like, I, for one, I don't know. I feel like I have mixed feelings when it comes to this topic, because I don't know, but let me hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a video. Till next time, I remain Lisa. Peace and love. I love you. Bye.